Anyway, today what we're going to talk about is why do people argue? I don't know. Maybe I didn't. But that's what we're going to talk about. Pulling up the socks. Y'all ready? Let's get into it. Why do people argue? I don't like that. This is just my theory. One of y'all is right. And one of y'all is wrong. Or one of y'all is wrong. And the other one is wrong. That's why people argue. See, if you're right, you're right. And if you're wrong, you're wrong. You can't be right and wrong. Therefore, you have a point and you don't have a point. You either have a point or you don't have a point. So you're either right or you're wrong. And see, if the other person is right, they have valid reasons to debate with you, to get you to see what's right. So you can quit thinking what you're thinking, which is wrong. See, if you're thinking wrong, the other person is actually trying to help you better your mentality on the way you think, which is wrong. And they would prefer you to be right. But you're wrong. You're either right or you're wrong. You either know what you stand for or you think you know what you stand for. You get it. You either know it as a fact, it's been proven, or you think that you know and it hasn't been proven, but you think that it has and it hasn't. So to the one who think, you just shut up and listen, thus cutting out the argument. You either know what you're talking about or you think you know what you're talking about. But when you have a discussion, a conversation, you actually listen to the person and learn from that person and figure out. Google, or you just believe them. Well, that kind of sounds better than my theory. But the argument comes when you think your theory is a fact and it's just a theory, a hypothesis, not a fact. It's not a fact. Thus, you collide in the conversation because you don't know what the hell you're talking about. You just think that you do. And the other person shouldn't back down because they know what they're talking about. And they know you don't know what you're talking about because they know what they're talking about. So they shouldn't back down. You should back down because you're actually wrong, thus arguing with someone that's right. Happens all the time. You don't know what you're talking about. One of y'all don't know what the hell y'all talking about. And 9 times out of 10, it's that person that says, you don't know what you're talking about. 9 times out of 10, it is that person that don't know what they're talking about saying, you don't know what you're talking about. It's that person who wishes and chooses to argue over what they think is right, thus being wrong. That's why people argue. Because both of them wrong and one of them wrong. Two people don't argue over knowing what's right. We shouldn't spank our kids because it causes them to have a fucked up mentality and thought process toward you and I. That sounds logical. Sounds about right. There should be no argument if both parties are thinking the same thing. But when one say, my mama beat me, shit, I turned out okay. No, you didn't. That's why you're the one who think you're right. You're the think you right type. I'm gonna beat the shit out of my kids. And the other party is beating your kids, causing harm to your kid, is not showing love. Agree or disagree? I love them enough to beat them. To make sure they don't do shit. Okay. Now y'all arguing. Because one think, one knows. Because you can look that up and see beating your kid don't really do shit but cause hatred toward the fucking parents. That's basically it. Beating your kids cause that kid to fucking hate you. Not love you. They really fucking hate you. They tell you they love you because you raised them to tell you that they love you. But they really fucking hate you. You can look it up and give a shit. Prove me wrong. I turned out okay. Okay. You made it through the cracks. You made it through the system. But the majority of the kids that get their ass whooped on a constant basis hate they fucking mama. Hate they fucking daddy. Hate they fucking life. Motherfuckers don't commit suicide because they happy. You know what? This is the happiest I've ever been. And I don't think I can get no more happier than this. So I'm going to go ahead and end my life. Because I'm happy. Oh, shit, no, that's not the way it works. You're either right or you're wrong. Therefore, I ask you to prove me wrong. Because if I'm wrong, which I'm not, then you can debunk what I'm saying. And if I'm right, then you just agree and say, yep, makes sense. Sounds about right. Can't get no righter than that. That's why I listen to you, boy. Shit like that. But anyway, you argue because one of y'all are wrong. In order to fix this complex that the black people have, Just start talking to each other and figuring out who's right instead of just thinking that you're right. Because if you're thinking you're right, you're probably wrong. Listen to me now. If you think you're right, you're probably wrong. But if you know you're right, the odds are you're fucking right. Right? Right. Anyway, that's it for the Bluntology show. Till next time, as usual, peace, and I'm out.